How surreal does it feel that you're stood here watching a film crew make a film about your life right here in Burnley?
Well, it all started around 14 months ago, and I got a phone call from a guy stood here today who's the scriptwriter. He's called Pier Ashworth. What a wonderful guy he is. He actually wrote the first Mission Impossible for Tom Cruise, as well as tons of other movies. He's working with Sylvester Stallone at the moment on a huge new movie, and he's also working on the Bank of Dave movie. And he gave me a call. He said, "Dave, I've just made this movie in Britain called Fisherman's Friends, and it's done brilliantly in the box office, and they was looking for another feel-good movie." So he found out about Dave from Burnley, he found out about the Bank of Dave, he found out about me and David Henshaw doing what we did and helping thousands of people get the best rate of interest, lending money to lots of people who couldn't borrow from the High Street Bank and giving the charity money to them. And that's how it all started.
And obviously the support on social media when this was announced has been absolutely incredible. What would you like to say to the people of Burnley who've backed you this entire time?
It's wonderful. Without the people of Burnley, without the people of Nelson and Pendle and the surrounding area, there'd be none of this. You know, we were supported by everybody, and if I didn't have the support, I couldn't do what I do. And it's not about me. I've got a huge team there at Burnley Savings and Loans. Without them, it couldn't be done. It'd be impossible. And especially David H. He's the old-fashioned bank manager, been in the job 60 years, and without him, it just couldn't have happened. I mean, it's bonkers, isn't it, behind us? It's like, action, take two, Bank of Dave!
And what do you think this will mean for Burnley, showcasing it across the world? Do you think it'll change people's perceptions of Burnley? Because there are some beautiful locations that they're filming in.
Let me tell you, this happened here today because of yourself and the team at Burnley Council, the MPs and the CEO. Everybody helped put this together because it was so difficult to film in these sorts of places. So I pushed really hard, as you did and all the team, to get them to come and actually film on actual locations in Burnley. It was so important to me that Burnley, Nelson, Pendle, Colne, Ribble Valley and all across East Lancashire got put in this movie. This thing's going to be global. Hundreds of millions of people are going to watch this all over the world, and I want us to showcase Burnley and the surrounding area at its finest. I've been standing in front of cameras now for the last few weeks. I've made 19 different shows over the last 10 years. I keep coming back here because this is where I'm from. But it's very important because just recently I've been on lots and lots of different talk shows and things that have been beamed all over the world, and I stand at the front and it looks like it's just me, but it's not just me. I'm just part of a huge team. And without David H, without the bank, without the lads at the garage, without all the ladies that work for me in the different businesses that I've got, there'd be none of this. And sometimes I feel a little bit embarrassed because it's always me that stands at the front of the camera. I get shoved to the front while everybody behind the scenes is doing all the hard work. So it's important we give them a very, very big mention.
It feels like despite this, you'll still remain the same, Dave, with your chip shop on a Friday.
Yeah, well, I love steak, pudding, chips, peas and gravy with a tea cake to dip in and a can of Foster's. And you know, I'm going to be taking some of these Hollywood stars out for that delicacy in Burnley, so it's going to be awesome, and I'll let you know how we're going with it. Hollywood is coming to Burnley. Some of the biggest stars in the world. I mean, we've got Phoebe from Bridgerton, who had over 400 million views. We've got the big main characters from Bond, Rory, who won an Olivia for being such a wonderful actor. He's been in tons of movies. We've got Joel here today, out of Disney's and HBO's biggest hits like Cruella, and he's also out of the Game of Thrones. Hundreds of millions of people have watched him around the world, and here he is now in Burnley. And look at Rory, from Bond to Burnley. It doesn't get any better than that, does it? I started off life as a builder's labourer on a building site at 16. I left school with absolutely no qualifications whatsoever, and today we're building the first new High Street Bank for over 120 years in Britain. And they're making a Hollywood movie about it, which is really cool. See you very soon, everybody. Give us a wave if you see us. Ta-ra!